so happy for them. I hope it doesn't seem like I wasn't, because I am. I was just salty that I wasn't involved, but like Zach was, Nia was, Danny was.
That would be
And I was just kind of like, but I'm her best friend.
Luke just proposed to Kristen.
What? He did?
Yeah, are you like so shocked?
Yeah. Wait, so Danny and Nia got to be there and we didn't?
I mean, I understand, because if the roles were reversed, I would have felt the same way. I would have been like, wait, I want to be involved. But I totally understand why Luke didn't.
Why were you not included?
Luke told me it was because of Jax. And I was like, but I divorced him.
He's not even here.
I'm like, what is going on?
I love Brittany. However, she definitely still has a big soft spot for Jax, and he can get stuff out of her without her even realizing what she's doing. Kristen and I have gotten a lot closer with Danny and Nia over the past year. It's the only couple I believe can keep a secret.
One extra person could have ruined everything.
I would have loved to have been able to help. And let's be real, Kristen would have been the exact same way, about to like make me realize I was getting proposed to, you know?
No.
She could not like stop texting me and like trying to figure out what was going on.
I text Brittany. I go, what are you getting glam for? She said, date night. I said, El Coyote? She goes, no, Malibu. I will bet. I will put a bet on it right now. Jax is definitely proposing tonight.
Yep. Detective Doute.
The one thing he wanted to have for Kristen was to actually be surprised. That's why it's on a fishing boat.
I don't think that they fish.
I'm from the Midwest, and I did fish my entire upbringing.
Maybe Danny does, I don't really know.
His parents have a river in their backyard.
Yes.
I can't see Nia fishing, really.
The boys will be fishing, but we can like take cute photos and get photos as couples later. Like, whew, I'm glad it all worked out.
But I'm from the country. I would love to go fishing in the sea, you know?
Fishing in the sea.
I just thought it would be cool because you never know what you're gonna catch.
I'm like, well, Brittany really wants to come fishing with us. He's like, I think it's just the four of us. Like, I just feel like adding someone else. Like, I love Brittany, but you know, and I'm like, I don't keep saying it though. Like, I don't want to be upset. Like, what would be the reasoning she can't come? Like, it's kind of mean. Like, and he's like, I think if it's just the four of us, it'd be really nice.
So I was already pissed off that I wasn't on the fishing boat because I wanted to go fishing. There were just a lot of things that happened that day.
Had I not been involved,
Oh, you would have lost it.
I probably would have lost
You
it.
would have
I'm not
lost
gonna
it.
lie.
Be real.
But I can't say that I wasn't. I wouldn't have. But I would have been so happy and knowing that, like, okay, only one person was involved, because he reiterated 1,000 times, do not tell anybody. If you tell Brittany, like, I'm gonna be so mad at you. And I was like, okay. Like, don't tell anybody. He didn't want anybody to know. He thought that's what was best. It's not my engagement. I have to respect his wishes. But Brittany was super salty, and she has apologized to me about the decoration thing, because she was like, I could have decorated this so much better and done this. Like, she just missed out. And I'm like, I just schlepped decorations across the Pacific for this, like, and did it all by myself with Benji's help.
I just selfishly, I would have just loved to have been a part of it. That is so my thing. Like, I am the theme queen. You get a hot dog? Yum, yum, yum. Wow. Mama. I am the party thrower. I am like so good at that kind of stuff. Not that Zach didn't do great, not that everything wasn't great. It's just I was a little off. And I think also just my own personal journey of everything I was going through, like, it was just all wrapped up in one. The drinking all day, you know, we had been doing stuff all day long, and it was just like, oh, I was in a weird, I like am embarrassed of myself of like how weird of a space I was in.
I think everyone's gonna understand that, Brittany.
Yeah, I hope so, because I was not myself.
As much as Chris and I are not getting along, she deserves to have a fun, happy engagement. The night before, she had said to Brittany, like, I'm not comfortable with Janet even being in my hotel room. So as soon as I found out she was engaged, I thought it was best for me to remove myself.
I heard you tell Brittany the news. Like, congratulations, I'm super happy for them.
I feel like maybe Jason and I shouldn't come to dinner because it's been kind of weird.
I was like, finally, one thing was easy that day. God, I thought the call with Brittany would have been simple.
Yeah. Danny and Nia got to be there, and we did it.
Who knew Janet would have been my star student that day?
Your engagement should be like one of the happiest things that happens in your life. If I was proposing to Janet, I wouldn't necessarily want Kristen hanging out at that time, even though she was there at our engagement, but that was years ago. It's about them, it's not about us.
That was a moment where I saw the Janet that I used to be so close to.
This weekend should be about them celebrating, and they should honestly just have the best time.
She was genuinely happy for Kristen. That's the Janet I know, the one that loves her friends and that.
She understood.
And she understood, and I really respected her for that.
It didn't feel right for me to be there. Like, she had just attacked my marriage.
Jason's in no space to be judging anyone's relationship. Keep your wedding ring on all the time, and then you can start talking.
I truly felt like the best path forward is to go have a nice private night with Jason and I, send a bottle of champagne her way to let her know I am happy for her.
In her mind, it's like, this makes sense to leave.
I'm not gonna go to that, and TBD on tomorrow.
I don't know this tomorrow thing. Stop saying that.
Okay.
We'll figure out tomorrow when it comes.
I'm a quitter in general, in life.
If something gets really hard or like frustrating, then she's just like, you know what? I don't want to deal with it. Let's just leave.
When the going gets tough, the tough gets going. That's not me.
She's got flight mode at all times. Like it's not fight, flight. No, it's just, she only has flight. She's always on an airplane. Like that, she always wants to leave.
When the going gets tough, I get going.
I just don't get it, because that's not who she used to be. She used to like have like conversations and be able to like move forward in friendships.
I was being dramatic in the night of like, I'm leaving, but I really do. Shocking, I know. But in the moment, I really felt like the best thing was for me not to be at like the party. And I kind of met in the middle of like, I'm gonna remove myself from dinner, but I'll still stay on the trip. And honestly, the flights back home were horrendous. Like, it was gonna be such a long travel day. I was gonna have to fly to San Francisco and coach. I was like, I wanna get out of here, but not that bad. I mean, and also, my flight home, I don't think anybody knows this.
Oh, I do.
I upgraded, so did Kristen and Luke. So Jason and I sit down, we're like getting our drinks, we're all happy, and then of like the 700 passenger plane, it was like multiple rows of people. Kristen and Luke also upgraded and were sitting in the seats behind us.
Jesse, you had a vision for Kristen's engagement.
5,000 hibiscus flowers.
Why don't we call the hotel and get 500 white roses and 500 hibiscus petals and put them all over the whole place?
Wow.
Can we get like 5,000 white flowers?
Jesus Christ, I'm like, why?
5,000? Once you get me going.
Insane.
That sounds very Jesse.
I'm just, because I just watched episode 5 and Michelle going, you spent all our money.
My husband spent all of our money.
Luke would have been like, no.
Yeah.
Jesse has, I don't know what, socioeconomic privilege, whatever it is. He had this mentality that he was like, oh, I'm going to get 1,000 flowers right now because they're getting engaged. I'm like, number one, Jesse, again, stop making this about you. This is not about you. This is not about what you want to do to show, you know, them you care. He Googled every single florist and called for a good hour.
Hi, we're in the presidential suite. I have a question for you. Is there somebody that could get me 1,000 hibiscus flowers? What is going on?
I called every florist in Maui. Now, don't kill me, but I'm pretty sure the hibiscus flower is the state flower of Hawaii. It's on every tree in the jungle down there, all over the property. I would have figured there was a place where you can buy bags of hibiscus flowers.
Now, mind you, I needed help, actual help with the decorations that were actually there for the party. And him doing this whole, oh, I need to get 1,000 roses, calling the front desk. I'm like, these poor people, we need to give them the biggest tip for having to deal with him.
Even 500 would be rough.
I mean, I set the bar high.
Damn, son.
I could have taken a couple of people out to the golf course out in front and just probably picked 50 of them, and it would have been cute.
Unbeknownst to Kristen, Luke came to you and Danny and asked for your help in pulling off her surprise engagement.
So he had all the plans, and then we were just like the pieces to help execute properly.
So cute.
Yeah.
He's so cute.
And like Daniel and I felt so honored that he would ask because we love you guys so much.
Will you marry me?
I don't know. Are you serious? It's real life.
We pulled it off. I mean, it went great. I think I made the right choice. I love him.
Love you back, buddy.
How did you propose to Nia?
She likes to be surprised. She was Miss USA at the time, living in New York. I had a friend who had a connect at the Nomad Hotel and ended up getting me this 2-story suite with this big outdoor terrace. Some of her friends were going to be visiting her in New York during that time. So I secretly had gotten a ring, asked for her dad's permission, got on a plane. My sister lived in Boston during the time. She met me at the Nomad. We decorated it that whole day into the evening. And the next day, the girls obviously were all in on it. Nia said, make sure I look nice and my nails are done. So they had made up this event that they were going to that night. She got her nails done. She was looking all beautiful, as she always does. And they said, hey, we got to stop by, this little pre-party first at the Nomad. She comes in, walks up the stairs, and there's candles everywhere and pictures of us and me standing there in a suit, and a videographer and photographer. It was a big, big, big thing. We spent a lot of time doing that. So I brought her over, had an intimate moment of just talking and telling her how much I love and adore and care about her, and got on a knee and asked her to marry me.
Should have done it on a fishing boat, bro.
Way more epic.